Hello, hello, hello there. Nettie here, and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Love and light to you to start off the whole thing. I hope that you have having. I hope that you have had a great and wonderful day. I got something going on up here. Anyways, I wanted to stretch out and expound upon. I combined expand and expound. Y'all, I don't know if you heard it, but I did. I want to expound on the short that I made earlier today while I was at work. I felt so impressed to get that out because right now we care so much about what everybody else thinks, but no, it's not enough of us caring more about what we ourselves think. Your opinion is the most important and beneficial opinion in your life. So we need to cultivate this space within ourselves of trust to be able to get that going for ourselves. I talked about it even in the last full length video, I think, as well. Or maybe I was just thinking about it. Sometimes it'd be so many channels and so many, at this point, so many videos going out that I don't really be remembering if I already did it or not. It's kind of like I don't want to say channel overload, but it's a lot going. It be a lot going on. But it's too many of us that are afraid to utilize our power. Again, like I said before, it's because we haven't cultivated this self-trust, and we have to do that. We are afraid to make decisions for our own lives. Think about this as I'm saying it out loud, because this is exactly what is happening. We are asking other people's opinions about how we spend and make decisions in our lives. You are the one that's living that life. You have an internal guidance system that is best able to lead you and guide you in the directions that you need to go on every single thing. It is very, it's so significant and so important that you work on listening to your inner guide. It's so important. There are so many people that are, so this is what happens though. We have to be gentle with ourselves, but we have to be very consistent and intentional with this work, because it just doesn't suit us very well to be so heavily dependent upon the answers and opinions of other people on our lives. It just really doesn't. It clouds your vision and your connection with spirit to be able to move in the way the spirit is trying to have you to move. Your journey is unique and very specific to who you are. You have to accomplish your goal in this life. You have to walk your journey in this life, not theirs. Spirit has given you the desire to get to all these places because Spirit is able to take you there. If you continue to allow the other opinions, the others, to guide you, there is no room for Spirit to guide you. You will be busy on the journey of the other people. It's alarming because we're so accustomed to it that it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. And we don't realize that we are just setting ourselves up for failure. How, you say? How do you make this connection? How do you build self trust and self confidence to be able to follow your internal guidance system? it takes much conditioning, just like the other stuff did. Everything that it took to condition you away from this original state, you'll have to recondition and reconfigure your life around getting back to this more natural state. Also, I was just looking like y'all gonna see this robe shit. Y'all gonna see all the robes in a lot of videos, so don't get on here hating on the robe because it was, you know, either this or birthday suit recording. This is more appropriate. So, yeah. You, the way you do this is you practice it. You, for, just start to, you know how they always say that, or maybe you've said this, some of you have said this often, I should have followed my first mind, or I should have went with my gut, or something told me to do XYZ. Listen to that something. Listen to that first mind. The first time. You won't always get it. And even when you're extremely aware and mostly connected, you won't always do every single time, but you'll do it more often than not. And that is what you want. That more often than not comes from this place of continuing to do it more and more, just following it. To be able to do that, you have to trust it. You have to trust that it is there to guide you and that you do have the answers inside of you. That your spirit is guiding you. That you are fully capable of arriving at a place by listening to that internal navigation system. It is in place for a reason. Give yourself a chance. Believe in yourself. Other people are great. They do great things and they have great things going for their lives. And even the person that has an exponential amount of things going for them, they aren't you. They aren't where spirit is trying to take you. So you can listen to them some on some things. And a lot of times it's going to be uncomfortable going against the grain. But the more you listen to your inner guidance, the more comfortable you become being the black sheep or the oddball out. Because that is in that time where your spirit is taking you. And it's always for the greatest and highest good for you. It won't ever turn out wrong or bad. Now, that don't mean that you won't perceive some of it as turning out wrong or bad, but it never turns out wrong or bad when you are following that inspired action. You're going to get so much further in life off of that inspired action than you ever will asking somebody else for their opinion on what you should do. When things start to change in your life and you begin to listen to spirit and spirit is saying, okay, everyone's going that way. You go that way. You don't have to know why. Just go that way. Odd as it may feel, odd as it may seem, crazy as they may look at you, you have your own journey. And you'll find that 10 times out of 10, it was something that was better for you that way. Hell, maybe whatever they needed was that way. Cool. Everybody gets what they need. at the same time. You just follow the unction of your spirit. And you know what happens when we don't follow? So, this is what will happen. And this is where we often find ourselves. We become victims. Don't ever get wrapped up in victimhood. The more you begin to listen to yourself, you begin to take more accountability and be more responsible for your life because you know the power that you possess and you're willing to take on that. So, what happens is when we're asking for other people's opinion, we're giving them our power, right? So, we give them our power. And then when they give you a decision that doesn't work for your life because it's not the decision the spirit led you to, you're going to be pissed with them. They don't know shit. They're not as great as they actually are. But you are the problem. You are the problem. Their advice is not the problem. You asked for their advice when Spirit was giving you what you needed. And if Spirit didn't give you yet what you needed, would have given you what you needed if you would have consulted. Stop for a minute. Go inside, go within, and ask Spirit. Get away from that religious stuff that tell you you can't ask God no questions. How the hell else are you going to figure out life? Listen, ask, and it shall be given. We forgot about that part in the... Anyway, yeah, ask. Spirit, what is this? What am I supposed to do with this? How do I navigate this? I don't see how this works out. I don't see the next step in this. Can you help me? And like legit, you'll rarely have to ask out loud for real because Spirit knows you don't know. But when you get in the energy of checking in within yourself, going inside, searching for that knowing, you got it. And it ain't got to be like super ritualistic or nothing like that. Like sometimes that stuff will get us there, but it ain't necessary. It listen, it won't be always spelled out exactly the whole route of what you need to do to navigate, but you'll get the next step. And the more you rely on Spirit, the more you cultivate this relationship with yourself to be able to tap in continuously with Spirit for the answers that you need. So you'll have to keep coming back. Okay, did that step. I don't know the next step. Well, what we got? And then you listen to that step. The path begins to unfold for you. Every step of the way illuminates as you take it. You don't need to know the whole way. You just need to know the answer to where you are right now. Spirit will give you that. And for some of you, at some of the time, not even some of you, all of you, some of the time, Spirit will give you the whole plan. And then you gotta, work your way into that thing. But it's a reason why we don't always, and I say the whole plan, He's not ever gonna give you the whole plan. I take that back. It ain't the whole plan. It's the whole plan as you know it. A little preview, because Spirit will surprise and delight you along the way. There'll be some ups, there'll be some downs that get you there. You won't know what all they consist of, but you'll still have to bend back and say, help. And not in a bad way, just searching within for the answers that you need, for the guidance, for your journey, for that time. It's not gonna be the popular thing, but you want to be popular or you want to live your life. Who, like, child. Spirit will make you popular in a group of people that understand you being you in all the ways that you need to be you. But let us not get hung up on that. So as soon as you get the check in your spirit to change directions, to reroute. It does not matter who you said you was going to follow. It doesn't matter how great they've done in this life. When spirit tells you to move, you move. When you get a check in your spirit about something that needs to change it. You don't need nobody's confirmation to change what spirit has already checked you about. And back to that other part, because you're going to be pissed off. And then you're going to want to blame them because you put yourself in the victim role. Well, you made terrible decisions. Why you didn't this, and this? No, why you didn't listen. Why you didn't listen. Spirit told you. Maybe Spirit ain't told them yet. Maybe Spirit telling them something different. Regardless, that ain't none of your business. Your business is what Spirit told you. So why you didn't? Why you didn't? You didn't like the way it felt? You didn't like the way it looked? You will sit in your discomfort and dis-ease because you're waiting on the opinion of someone else. And that is not okay. That is not healthy for you. 0 out of 10 do not recommend. You're going to be the only one that feels the weight of that. That other person is going to sleep real good at night. Follow your intuition. You feel that discomfort because Spirit is saying, this ain't it. Let's go over here. Let's do this. Let's do this different. I know. That's your mentor. I know. That's your friend. Fine. I know. That's your therapist. Cool. Who knows the end from the beginning? Your spirit. That is God. You're going to trust. That don't even make no sense. That don't make no sense. We got to stop trying to please people and we will be uncomfortable and dysregulated and out of sync and out of alignment and out of harmony within ourselves to please other people. No, ma'am. No, sir. And listen, fine. You want to live the best of your life and be living a life of ease and flow? Or you want to be uncomfortable waiting on somebody to give you the word? You already got the word. That little, I don't like the way this feels. This looks crazy. I'm losing sleep at night. Baby, don't do that to yourself. You suffering for nothing.